Welcome back. Well, it's been about a month since federal spending cuts went into effect due to sequestration, and Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill continuing to fight over the issue.
What a surprise, right? Well, WENY TV's, WENY HD's Washington correspondent Ted Fiorelliso is trying to find out what's happening or not.
In the weeks leading up to the March 1st sequestration deadline, we heard a lot of this from President Obama.
This is not a cliff, but it is a tumble downward.
And 1 month after $85 billion in federal spending cuts went into effect,
we're not seeing any of the kind of sky is falling happenings that we were expecting to happen.
Lee Munsell is the defense reporter for Politico. She says furloughs for civilian defense workers haven't happened yet, but they will. But what was supposed to be 22 furlough days is now more like 12 to 14, thanks to the continuing resolution Congress passed before recess. Munsell says that plays well for the GOP.
Numbers are looking good for Republicans as far as making the case that sequester is not as overwhelming or as devastating as we've been told by the Pentagon service chiefs.
But that doesn't mean Democrats are keeping quiet.
Democrats are continuing to say this is going to be a big issue. This is going to be something where we start to see these cuts to the TSA, the FAA.
Munsell points out the cuts don't have to go down this way.
There's still time for Congress to pass some sort of legislation to give discretion on where the cuts would go or make these cuts look different than they look now.
But right now, that doesn't look like it'll happen. Today, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announced he'll give up part of his salary in support of workers who will be furloughed. He'll write a check to the Treasury Department for up to 14 days' pay. Hagel's salary is just under $200,000 a year. In Washington, I'm Ted Fiorelliso.